So today what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over some of the primary exercises that you can utilize with the TRX that will help to not only build a stronger, more powerful golf swing, but also help to really solidify the stability and mobility needed within that given sport. So I'll go through the drills now. The first drill we're going to be looking at today on the TRX for improving one's golf game or golf swing is really going to be the shoulder stability series. This is going to be great for just building better posture and also for building better strength and power and stability within the shoulders, which are obviously a very major component in the golf swing. So what we're going to look at today is we're going to look at a TRX Y, a TRX W, and a TRX A. So I'll take you through those three drills now. A nice stable posture. We're going to keep those hips level. We don't want those hips to drop down. And we're just going to pull straight up and through into that finished position. All of this activation should be coming right from behind those shoulders and in through between the shoulder blades. Nice and controlled down. Nice good pull through. From there we're going to go into the TRXW. Same setup position, only now we're going to work an external rotation movement. This one's really, really great for making sure that in a sport where we're predominantly anterior through the power zone, meaning chest and shoulders are the most active, this is just going to really develop a greater muscular balance for the posterior or back side of the shoulder. Same setup position, only now instead of pulling up, I'm just going to pull with my elbows at 90 degrees. Again, I'm really pulling those shoulder blades together, really firing those muscles that sit behind that shoulder complex. Last exercise is going to be our A. For this, I'm going to stagger my stance. And I do that because this is probably the most challenging of the three. And I just want a greater base of support as I do this. I'm going to turn my palms up. From here, I'm just going to pull straight down and finish nice and tall. So I'm really activating those triceps and really getting the lower traps and all those muscles that sit in between and underneath the shoulder blades. Great movement for the triceps and lats. Again, really building the stability and strength in the posterior muscles of the shoulder complex. So the next drill we're going to look at specifically for golf is going to be the TRX rotational pulls. It's going to be similar to a row, only I'm going to finish it with that same kind of rotational movement that you would see in a golf swing. The goal here is to really eliminate excess momentum, really to get a nice pull, again through the posterior chain and the rotators in the trunk and in the core, and this is what it looks like. So I'm going to walk my feet forward a little bit, give myself a nice amount of room to pull. As I pull, I'm just going to pull up and through. I'm going to keep my palms opposing or facing one another, and then I'm just going to pull through all the way to the finished position. Nice and controlled back, and then pull through. Same thing on the other side. I'm just going to switch my grip position here so that my left hand's underneath and my right hand's on top, and I'm just going to pull straight through. So the next drill that we're going to look at specifically for golf, this is going to be more of a strength power movement. This is going to really develop power from the ground up and explosiveness within the complex in the hips. So we're just going to look at TRX jump squats. I'm going to set up with a little bit of slack in the TRX. My feet are going to be about shoulder width apart or just outside. I'm going to descend down fairly slowly, and then I'm going to explode up into my finished position. When I land, I'm going to land nice and soft, really absorb or decelerate that force as I do so. Next drill we're going to look at, we've already done a bilateral lower body strength, power, hip complex, focused exercise. Now we're going to look at on a unilateral basis, since when we do play golf, we're transferring energy from one side to the other and managing those forces accordingly. So now we're going to do a single leg jump squat using the TRX. I'm going to start by putting it in single handle mode. From there I'm just going to slip one foot in. I'm going to get set up with a nice solid base of support. Again, I'm going to descend down fairly slowly, and then I'm going to really try to use that energy that I've stored on that pre-stretch and go ahead and explode upward, and then decelerate as I land again. Nice, soft, balanced landing. Looks a little something like this. And again, obviously, I'd work each side accordingly. Next drill we're going to look at for golf-specific purposes is going to be a TRX chest press and chest fly. I'm going to use a combination of both because we can get a little bit more shoulder involvement, a little more tricep involvement, or we can actually isolate the chest a little bit more depending upon the variation that we use. This is a great exercise for golfers specifically as we come through impact. We're really using a lot of power and strength through the chest and shoulder complex. So this drill can really help add yardage to drives and just generate better power and force through impact of the golf ball. Again, my TRX is about mid-calf. I'm going to set my feet up according to the level of difficulty I would like. Further back is going to make this exercise harder. Further forward is going to make it easier. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to alternate. So I'm going to do 2 chest presses and then I'm going to do 2 chest flies. It's going to look like this. When I go and transfer into that fly, I'm just going to turn my palms in a little bit and I'm going to descend down. You can see my width is a little bit more substantial. A little bit closer in here. And I'm a little bit wider here. Again, you want to make sure that those abs stay nice and active the entire time so that we keep a nice stable posture.